bonsoir. I am Mademoiselle Acid Dizium Chanel Win. I'm losing my mind. I was supposed to be like, oh my God, I don't have my mic on, but I do. But as you guys can see, we have my LakayRo shirt on. If you guys are not aware, I finally started my dance nonprofit that I've been talking about for a long time. And we are raising funds to secure a space for the 2026 dance season. If you guys would like to contribute, everything is linked down below or in this lovely QR code. If you're seeing my face, we do have multiple channels. This is the second channel. My main channel is the Mademoiselle, where we do rants, reactions, and commentary on Black social issues. I also have a personal channel where I do vlogs, story times, etc. As you guys can tell by the title, we have another church story time. Now, I'm gonna take it easy on y'all, right? Because the like ratio on both those videos is trash. So I need y'all to go back and re-like those videos, and we're gonna continue out the series, right? So if you're not aware, I'm a dancer. That's why I have a dance nonprofit, right? But recently I went to dance at my old church, not because of the church per se, but because I still talk to a lot of people at that church. They work for a nonprofit that was having a Haitian celebration, so they asked me to dance, and the celebration happened to be at the church. So I ended up seeing a lot of church people.
Y'all, they was all up in my face. Oh my God, we miss you. When are you coming back? Like, you dance so beautifully.
Yeah, I ate that performance. I did such a good job. If you guys want to see the performance, I'm going to link it down below. It's on my Instagram. It might be on my TikTok as well. But I have not stepped foot in my Catholic church since I left, right? There's a whole story and an entire saga behind it. I'm going to link that down below as well. Like, these people really try to make me out to be a bad person, like low-key the devil, because I called them all out on their shit. And I left. I didn't even say nothing. I literally was nice about it, as nice as I could be. They didn't care about these kids. They were very disrespectful, very selfish. But I've still maintained relationships with a lot of people that were at that church or still go to that church. And recently I was talking to somebody and I found out that apparently the priest was talking shit about me. And I'm like, oh, you a priest? How you talking about? Like, that's crazy. Like, I literally never knew that. I never knew about him saying anything directly. It was usually church folk that I heard talking shit about me. So I was like, let's give a story. Okay, since niggas want to talk shit, all right, and they can't say nothing to my face, let's tell a story, right? So this story is actually not about this particular priest. Fun fact, this is actually about the previous priest. Now, funny enough, this story is one of the reasons why I started thinking about leaving the church. I thought I would take this opportunity to start going down the rabbit hole of what led to me leaving the Catholic Church, because it was a myriad of different things. I think a lot of people think I just woke up and decided to leave, just like there's a lot of people out there that think that I was kicked out. I was never kicked out. Y'all wish. Let's just get into this nonsense of how this priest really came and chastised us over somebody else's grown-ass decision. If you guys have watched the original stories of why I left the youth group and why I left the church, you would know that it was a domino effect. I started as choir director, became public relations, then became choreographer. And there were times where I was doing all three at the same time, and it was a lot. And no, we were not getting paid. I just found out that some churches actually pay people to do this. We should have got paid. I literally spent Sundays from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. consistently with these people for them not to come on time, for them to be disrespectful. But nothing pissed me off more than this situation right here. So we got to name some people. We're going to name the first person in this story, Edlin. Edlin was one of the main group directors. So Edlin was one of the main group. I forgot what the word is. Okay, so there's group director and then there's someone directly under. Okay, so she was the person that was directly under. I cannot remember the name of the position right now. But when Edlin was group director, I was in high school. Everyone loved her. She was happy-go-lucky, real sweet, real nice girl. Still to this day, love her to death. If I see her, ain't no ill will with her because she has nothing to do with any of this. And she left before any of this happened. That's why this story blows my mind, okay? Edlin had gotten married to somebody else in the church. And where do you think the wedding happened? Not at our church. She and this man went to go get married at a completely different church, didn't say anything to anyone. Of course, some of the people in the group were invited, but as far as I'm concerned, that means she's no longer in the church. However, Edlin was so loved and respected that anytime she would come back, they would literally throw a party for her. I'm not even joking, like, oh my God, Edlin's here. Oh my God, Edlin came back. It was interesting. It was interesting because she kind of distanced herself. Her husband got married to a whole nother church. Nobody really saw them. So it was weird that every single time they came back, they were acting as if like, oh yeah, Edlene's back. She's from the youth group, da, 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 da. And this would irk some of us because that meant everything that she did or didn't do would be associated with us. And that's what was continuously happening. Now, one day during one of our 8 o'clock meetings that we would have every Sunday, we were hashing out some details about our future fundraiser when the priest came in with an attitude. Now, this is the thing. The priest never has showed up to any of our meetings, but he showed up to this meeting and he had an attitude. Like, it's 8 a.m. What you mad at? What's going on? Like, I didn't understand. And he literally completely interrupted the meeting and he was like, listen, I got something to talk to y'all about. Like, I don't understand why y'all got somebody in the group that's out here doing work with other groups and didn't ask permission to do so. Now, you guys are probably like, Ivana, what? Exactly what I said is exactly what happened. This man came in interrupting our meeting with an entire attitude because apparently someone in the group had went to go do something at another church and didn't ask for permission. You guys are probably like, Ivana, it's a church. Exactly. That's when I started thinking to myself, like, oh, I don't need to be associated with these people because what are you mad at? Edleen went to go dance at another church, had a situation at another church, and he was mad that we didn't tell him and Edleen didn't ask permission. Didn't I just tell y'all she don't be here? Like when I'm telling y'all, after she got married, even before she got married, she wasn't coming into the group. She was barely coming into the church. She would show up maybe once or twice a year. So now you coming at us because of something she did. At this point, I'm flabbergasted. I'm sitting there like, what this got to do with us? I'm a very outspoken person, so I'm just sitting there making faces, and they just looking at me like, Ivana, stop. Like, stop what? Like, how are we in trouble based off something she did? And then to make matters worse, he was mad that she was dancing at one of his friend's churches. That's your friend. Why didn't you go contact him and ask him why he went to go ask her to do something and then go contact her to ask her why she did it? Why are we getting in trouble for this? We got shit to do. You're interrupting our meeting. And then, like, it's just, what? So I'm like, oh my God. Like at this point, I just see her like this. This is me the entire meeting. Okay. I'm just sitting here like this. And he's just like, oh, li pasen bien. It doesn't look good that she's not even part of their church and she's out there dancing and doing whatever. And y'all didn't know anything about it. It doesn't look good that she's doing this, that, and the third at a whole nother church. And I knew nothing about it. And that's when one of my youth group leaders was like, yo, we didn't know anything about that. She didn't say anything to us. As far as I'm concerned, she's not really part of the group. Oh, what do you mean she's not part of the group? We've been telling y'all for mad long she's not part of the group. She doesn't come. Like, it's as if y'all are slow. Like, y'all just don't want to listen. Like, every week y'all come here. Okay, you're here every day. Have you ever seen her? You see her once in a while. Okay, like, she's not part of the group. And he literally flips it back on us like, oh, well, she's supposed to be part of the group. We see her as part of the group, and y'all don't know what she's doing. That looks bad on y'all. That looks bad on us. When I'm telling y'all, this entire situation took up the entire meeting. Those meetings used to be hours, okay? Like it used to be like a 2 to 3 hour meeting. He had interrupted about 30 to 40 minutes in. He took up the entire time telling us that we were not doing things the right way. We need to get it together. There's no reason why she or anyone else should be doing things in other churches and he not know about it. And the entire time, I'm just second guessing my life because why are we getting in trouble for this girl's actions? Like, this is insanity. And eventually I did say something to him. I'm like, so what exactly did you want us to do in this situation? I'm very curious. You guys had to know what she was doing. So the right thing would be for you guys to know what's going on with the members of your group so things like this don't happen. And then he starts going into this entire spew about how we don't do anything as a youth group. The kids run amok and do whatever it is that they want. That's why something like this happened because we don't keep tabs on anyone. I ain't gonna hold you though. I was kind of right with that. Oh, I bit my tongue. I said what I said. Y'all not about to kill me. Ow. He goes into this whole spew about how we're not doing what we need to do as a youth group, and this is why things like this have happened. And I'm not going to hold you. I completely agree with him to an extent. In my previous parts where I talked about why I left the church, I did talk about that. These people do not operate like a youth group. When I'm telling you, there is so many things. There's a myriad of things that I found out from the youth after I left that I'm still continuously finding out because I've kept in contact with a lot of the kids, especially like the younger ones. And I'm flabbergasted. I'm in such shock by the things that they had to endure and that they had to go through, because it shouldn't have been that. As a youth group, we're supposed to be an extra layer of support, but unfortunately, it seems like we've inflicted more harm than good. And I feel bad that I was even part of that. Even though I know I offered a lot of these kids hope and a lot of the things fell apart after I left, I feel like maybe, I don't want to say maybe I should have stayed, because I had to put myself first. And that was one of the very few situations that happened when I realized, like, okay, I need to start putting myself first. Main thing that I took away was like, damn, we should have done more. I know it's not my fault and I did what I could. This shit truly grinding my gears, because after that, Edleen did end up making another random appearance. And do you think they said anything to Edleen? Do you think that Edleen was chastised for her behavior? Absolutely not. And that's where it treads into Haitian people and pretty privilege and light skin privilege. And I hate to be that person to pull that card, but that's definitely what it is, right? Now, at the time, like I said, I don't have an issue with Edleen or anything like that, but there was a person that was on the committee that was really close with her. I already have a Janet in a story time on another channel. We're going to name her Justine. Justine was really close with her, and we looked at her like, you need to contact your friend and find out what's going on, because like, we out here getting in trouble for some bullshit. From what I understand, she did come back saying that Edleen said she did it because she was asked and she didn't see anything wrong with it. To be honest with you, I wouldn't see anything wrong with it either. It's a church. That's his friend. We've always been friendly with these people. We've been to their church. They've been to our church. I was honestly so caught off guard by that. But when Edleen came back, no one said a word to her. He didn't say anything to her. I don't want to say got away with it, because I personally don't think she did anything wrong. I feel like he was in the wrong for coming at our necks for some shit that made zero sense. And I feel like she got away with it because of how Haitians see light skinned and pretty people. I'm not gonna hold you, even me, I get away with a lot of shit simply because I'm pretty. A lot of people will not say shit to my face. They might say behind my back, but they will never say anything to my face, because apparently I have pretty privilege. I'm not the prettiest in the world, but Edleen is gorgeous. Like, she's very pretty and she's light skinned. And the thing is with Haitians, I will say a lot of Haitians have a colorist mindset, and lighter skinned people, pretty people do get away and skate with a lot of shit. And I feel like that's part of the reason no one said anything to her. And I think that's so problematic, because why the hell did we get in trouble for that shit? It's crazy, because he knew that Justine was really cool with Edleen, and he I feel like about 40% of his anger was towards Justine, because he knew that they were close. So that just goes to show a lot of these people be on a power trip. Haitian culture in itself is extremely toxic. The church is problematic. And it's sad, because I know not all churches are like this. I know not all Haitians or Haitian churches or Haitian spaces are like this, but unfortunately, too many of them are. And that's part of the reason a lot of people shy away from church, especially the younger generations. It is extremely off putting and annoying that we got yelled at for something that had nothing to do with us. I was so mad. I'll never forget how mad I was. So, yeah, that's the story of how we got cussed out by our priest off some dumb shit. Okay. And then after that, the next domino was Justine. Justine, and it's crazy because I still talk to Justine. I don't got no problems with Justine, but Justine is literally 70% of the reason why I left, because like, you got me fucked up. So with that being said, comment down below. Do you have any similar stories? Most notably, have you ever had a confrontational or problematic priest? And of course, scan the lovely QR code on your screen in order to check out my other platforms. Again, we do have 3 channels. Check them out. We also have a $1 7-day Patreon trial that unlocks everything, so you can check it out before you commit. When you commit, it's only $5 a month. Shout outs to those of you guys who are on there. Shout outs to the membership people. I love y'all so very much. I do have an update I'm going to post very soon. Shout outs to all the investors and all the donors for LakayRo. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Bye.